Hello, everyone. Are you ready for a spicy anti-penultimate episode of Kamen Rider Gavv? That's exactly what I thought, because today we are here to discuss episode 48 of Kamen Rider Gavv, Burning Amazingummy. Man, this episode, what it lacks in quantity, it makes up for in quality. It's high quality. Yeah, like we get a new form, we get a plot twist. And weirdly enough, something that I offhandedly predicted would happen ended up happening. Just not in the context I thought it was gonna happen, but there it was happening. Let us know in the comments what you guys thought about this episode. Personally, I cannot believe that we finally reached this point. 3 episodes left, including this one. After this one's done, 2 episodes left. So it's 49 and 50. I'm surprised that, honestly, I'm surprised there's 50 episodes here, not 49, because this episode is also episode 1699 of Kamen Rider. Next week, it will be episode 1700. I'm surprised that they decided to go for an extra episode, because can you imagine that everything before Zets, everything that came before it, before this American simulcasted episode, well, not just Americans, also Canadian and Korean and Taiwanese and Indonesian, if I remember, and Vietnamese. A lot of places. Like 7 or 9 countries are gonna watch Zets. But the point is, can you imagine if the first episode of simulcasted Kamen Rider will be episode 1701? That's not the case, because it's going to be 1702. But it's going to be like watching One Piece, starting with Egghead Island, where it's like, oh, we're already at 1095 episodes in. Let's make it more accessible to Americans. Why don't we? Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm still in the 700s, just waiting for them to do an English dub of Zoe and Whole Cake. But but we're not here to talk about One Piece. We're here to talk about Kamen Rider. But yeah, who would have thought we would have made it this far? It's like that one song by, who sang that song? Was it Sum 41? Let's see how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come. Yeah, man, I can't believe it. We got this far. I remember when we just finished Kamen Rider Saber, and it was at 1502 episodes. Yeah. Did that special episode count? It would be weird if it did and I didn't count it. I don't think I did count it, though. But anywho, but I digress, yeah, where we left off, Nyo was soundly defeated, and President Shaludik's like, you kids, you can't take me on. Like, you can't, like, no matter what you do, I will always be ahead because of my agenda.
We are a secret club because of our agenda.
But yeah, so what's his name? Lakia barely defeated Jeep. Not so much defeat, it's more like it was more of a stalemate, but he managed to protect the two presses that had Sachika and Shoma's uncle, who still doesn't know that Shoma's his nephew, by the way. And so Lakia basically brings him back to the Happy Pare to make sure to test to see if that the antidote works, and he put it into a diffuser. So he just like sprays the thing and then uses his chainsaw bow to like cut it open. And I'm curious, what if you're supposed to spray it after the fact? But I'm glad he tested it this way. But yeah, no, Sachika, like, she's cured, she's fine. Shoma's uncle will also be fine, but we're gonna have to, just have him just like leave things to well, he'll show up a little bit later. Yeah, but what's really interesting is that President Желудок has an interesting conversation with Lysel. It's like, why do you keep that idiot weakling of a pet husband around you at this point? We don't need him anymore. I'm still president, and now I own the Stomach Incorporated, and I'm gonna win the re-election. Like, why do you need him? And of course, Lysel's is flashing back. It's like, but you don't understand the way he helplessly tries to fight his own pathetic nature is what makes him so adorable. And I'm like, aha! I knew it. I called it. I knew that she was only dating him because he was pathetic. At least in the previous episode. Yeah, I was expecting she was going to abandon him for being weak and pathetic earlier on, but no, turns out him being weak and pathetic is the reason why she liked him after all. I mean, just look at those pancakes she had in one of her earlier episode appearances. Jeeb is still having an existential crisis about what to do about avenging Sheeta, but the thing is, he's slightly more mellow because he's becoming stronger. He's taking on Vlam and surviving, and he loves his wife very much. It's like, ha, Sheeta, you're my best friend, and I love Lysel so much. Yeah, you are lucky. Yeah, I once knew a Granute. Had about a dozen presses. A Kamen Rider found out about it, beat him up so bad he ended up in a hospital in Granuto Street. Ha! What a story. I can't believe I dragged that as far as I did, but yeah. There's really not much to this episode. I'm gonna make a really quick work of it. Basically, Shoma, he tries to go back to the gate where he exited from when he had his previous encounter with the president. Well, not the president, but inside the Granute world. And there he encounters Longo, who is still alive, by the way. And yeah, basically they form an uneasy alliance where they're going to work together to defeat Желудок. It's kind of interesting because you'd think Shoma's brawn and Niel's brains was supposed to be better than Longo's power, but turns out no. We need someone as powerful as Longo because he is definitely more powerful than Niel. What do you expect? But yeah, no. But the thing is, Shoma is able to bargain with him because it's like, Longo, you do kind of need Shoma just as much as Shoma needs you. So yeah, Lakia and Hanta both get the call. And by the way, yes, they do make a quick joke about callback that the reason why Hanta was able to resist the toxin was because he does have that Granute implant inside of him. Lakia leaves to have his final showdown against the president. But of course, Sachika convinces Shoma's uncle to stay at the Happy Pare because yeah, no, it's like we need strong men, and you are weak. Like, best leave them alone. It's their fight. But yeah, no, it's yeah. Longo just wants to rebuild the stomach family, but the thing is, it's like, have you really considered what that's gonna mean? Because I need Faustian details. Yo. Oh yeah, and there was a brief moment earlier where Jeep did make a bunch of dark candies. So yeah, those humans ain't coming back. But when it's time for Lyselle to get another batch of presses, she's intercepted by Longo, who basically kidnaps her. And the president does not take kindly to this. So while Longo has her tied up, and outside of what, I'm be honest, looks like Los Angeles. I know that this is Japan. And if you look carefully, yes, it is Japan. But that mountainside, with that arrangement of buildings, if you told me this was in Los Angeles, I wouldn't have questioned it. Like, and how interesting would it be if they actually did move production to LA just for one episode of Kamen Rider? Still Japanese Kamen Rider, but how interesting would it be if they moved production to Los Angeles just to like have a change of scenery? I mean, just like looking at those mountain sides in that scene. Oh my god, it looks just like Griffith Park. It's like, it's hard not to see how much it looks like Griffith Park. It's, oh man. Well, not so much Griffith Park. It's more like Laurel Canyon. Yeah, there's a hiking trail in Laurel Canyon. It kind of looks like that. But yeah, no, what's really interesting is you do have Longo going head-to-head against the president. And yes, they're both in their full grand uniforms. We finally see them. Yeah, the president looks way bulkier. Not a big fan of the design. I like how he does have that that puffiness at the front, you know, kind of like a tuxedo, but I'm not easily amused. But what's interesting is that in Longo's granite form, his eye is missing. I find that really interesting. But yeah, so the three riders transform. It looks really cool. It always looks cool when you see all three of them lined up and transforming together. But you know freaking the granite form of President Желудок is incredibly powerful, and yes, he does tell them to sit, boy, and they all sit because
this is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
And he just kicks them all around while they're all just down. It's like, and he just repeatedly like forces them to sit, boy, and he like taunts them, like, you're all weak, you're all beneath me, you're dirt, you're lower than dirt. I am Mr. Popo compared to you, but I am absolutely, without question, above Mr. Popo. Excuse me? Yeah, there's no way you're above me, maggot. I am the superior Mr. Popo. You cannot defeat me. Everyone's forced to demorph it. And yeah, we don't see Lango. He just kind of disappears for a minute. It's like, you're powerless. You obey me. You're just fuel for my ambition. I speak and you obey. You're grateful to. You should be grateful that I even let you live to even the meaningless degree that you are allowed to live in. And then just like he has his foot down on Shoma, and then he just like grabs for a pack of gummies. His mouth is bleeding, and he eats them. He's hypoglycemic. He needs the energy. Pops one in his mouth, and out of his red Gavv is a new Gochizo. Amazing gummy, which is basically a fiery version of, it's more like a matte volcanic version of popping gummy. So yeah, spicy candy. I'm not a big fan of the concept. I know it's been a popular thing for centuries, and I know that, in Mesoamerica, putting chili on powder on fruit was a thing for 6,000 years, and it was not so much done for flavor as much as a ceremonial thing, but eventually it became more widely popular as an actual snack in Mexico. The application of putting onto candy is definitely more recent, and yeah. But what's really interesting is that there is a different variation because in China there is a spicy pickled plum paste, which became popular in the Philippines, and then Filipinos came to Mexico with this paste called chamoy. And the thing about chamoy is that it varies in viscosity and flavors. So it can be sweet, it can be sour, it can be dry, but it will always be spicy because it's covered in chili. And both chili powder and chamoy are very popular on both fruit and candy. Honestly, it's not my cup of tea. It's not my bag of snacks because I'm gonna be honest, I like chili powder. I like chamoy. I just don't like it on fruit and candy. I like fruit and candy, but not with chili or chamoy. And no, it's definitely not me being intolerant to spicy food because let me reference a certain interview with Sean Kanan. But as far as combining spicy powder or paste with sweets, it's just not me, you know, but it's super popular, so of course I'm gonna do a segment on it. Obviously I got melon flavored rings because, you know, if I'm going to get a pack of rings, like gummy rings covered in chili powder, I may as well make it my favorite flavor just to torture myself even further. It's like that one Greek story, I forgot its name. Yeah, no, I wish I had melon rings that were just melon rings. No sour crystals, no chili powder, just melon rings. Ooh, maybe with lemon juice, but no powder or flakes, just regular melon flavored gummies. Or, you know, and I'm just gonna eat melon by itself, just regular old classic melon. I'm getting hungry just thinking about melon. Catch my heart, very melon, yeah. But yeah, no. But for real though, like Shoma uses Amazingummy, like basically this candied lava spills out of his body, like it's that mucus that Niel can secrete. But yeah, no, it's like, but basically he's superheated to the point that it warps the oxygen around President Shaludik to the point that when Shaludik tries to command them to sit, the command gets distorted and they're not able to follow it. Yeah, it's really cool. It looks like a variation of Master Gavv, where it's more red than purple or orange. I'm gonna be honest, I think it looks better than either of his two final forms. Do I consider this to be his final form? Probably not. Saber Cross Dragon is the final form, not Amazing Dragon. 02 is Aruto's final form, not Shining Hopper. What's that final form that he uses in that final episode? The one that says a rider kick to sky turns into a leap towards a dream. Yeah, like I don't consider, like, if it's a form that you only use one time and in the last episode, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna count it as the final form. Like, and you can't say, but what about Ultimate Kuga? Because Ultimate Kuga did show up throughout the series. prominently. He was built up to. We know that this is a final form, he's leading up towards it, even though he uses it on screen in present day only once. It's crazy to think about that. The decade version of Kuga, who is basically relegated to a tertiary writer, uses a Kuga Ultimate more often than Yusuke. Yusuke. Okay, Yusuke Odanero turns into Ultimate Kuga more often than Yusuke Godai does. That's crazy to think about. We get a cool thing. Even Shoma just lands on Vlam's shield, and then what's his name? Valen kicks that shield to launch him further. It's a really cool thing where he just it makes me think about the dodgeball episode of Hunter x Hunter where you have to use all three of them together. And of course, they marginally defeat President Shaluda, only for Longo to just thrust his sword into him. Yeah, Longo is the one who kills President Shaluda. Lascelles not around to see it because Jeeb marginally rescues her. Not gonna lie though, the way Jeeb runs to save her, yes, that looks a little bit more mature of him. Still the Yamcha of the show. He's still the Yamcha of the show. Don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Jeeb was very mid. Yeah, he doesn't really get much accomplished. But let me tell you, that final fight scene was very awesome. But yeah, then we find out that Longo grabs that bake gun, and then he's like, now I'll resume where I left off. I'm going to rebuild the Stubbock family, and I'm going to turn all humans into presses. And was anyone surprised by that?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
I should be saying,
Oh, hell no!
but come on, we all saw that coming. I mean, seriously, Shoma, did you not know that Longo's gonna pull this off? Every time you try to babyface turn one of your siblings, your success rate was 20%. I mean, seriously.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
But find out more in the next episode. Let's see how everything plays out. And apparently the marshmallow form is going to be more prominently used, so don't I regret having to do a focus episode on marshmallows earlier on. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah. That's the episode. I give it a 9. Not much happens. The fight scene was epic, but that first half was pretty much pointless, other than to hint at why Lascelles suddenly, what happened to my sweet Jeep? He's acting really weird. No, shut up. No, seriously, gotta get me that clip of Pendula that's telling people to shut up. Shut up. Yeah, I'm just tired, man. This is a great episode. I hate that right now my energy is not reflecting how awesome the episode was. It's just physically hot here where I live. But with that in mind, let me know what you guys thought. Did you love this episode? Did you hate it? What are your predictions for the last 2 episodes? But yes, my prediction came true. President Shaludik died in episode 48, and Longo takes over as the main villain. I called it 8 to 10 episodes ago. I did not. The circumstances may not be exactly as I said they'd be, but they were exact. But Did I not say that President Shaludik is gonna die in episode 48? I was not expecting Lascelles and Jeep to still be around for this long, but President Shaludik died in episode 48, and then Longo takes over in episode 49. I totally called it. Totally called it, man. Let me know what you guys think of the episode. Let's see. This episode was epic. Yeah, the second half really was. I don't know what's more unbelievable, Shoma's new form or Lango heel turning in the last minute. Honestly, they're both very predictable. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Shoma's new form, because why does he even have a new form? But hey, I like the design out of it a lot better than his over and master form. I can't believe we got 2 episodes left. I can't believe it either. I can't believe it. We're almost at the end. It feels like it wasn't too long ago we just started, and yet here we are, ready to finish it. We still have Lascelles and Jeep to deal with. It would be weird if they both end up face turn. Oh God, no. I hope they don't. It's like they really got to the point where they don't really deserve a redemption arc. And Yelv, at least it's like we had the flashbacks to at least try to redeem him, but he died. Glada was given an opportunity, but she chose revenge and died. And it's not so much she chose revenge as much as she received karma for revenge. Let's see what else we got there. Sheeta, let's be honest, she's the first to go. To her credit, she sacrificed herself to save her brother. Her brother's a bitch, though. Yeah, that's it for the comments, guys. We hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon. Stay notified for our latest videos, because we are at 3,000, which means we will be reviewing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, very soon. And aside from that, we got lots of interviews and vlogs across both our channels, The Buttery Show and the Morphin Network. And I am currently editing one such interview as we speak. Right now, on a separate tab, I have my video editing software and everything. But yeah, definitely check out our sister channel as well. On the Morphin Network, our mainstays include Ultraman Omega, #1 Sentai Gojuger, Kamen Rider Gavv, which will soon be replaced by Kamen Rider Zets, and Kamen Rider O's, where we just finished the first arc. Episode 17 through 20, we will discuss this Sunday. So please enjoy our discussion of the first 16 episodes, plus the winter film. And if you want to say hi to us in person, we will be at the Burbank Marriott Convention Center on September 7th. For ToonCon to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Batman, as well as we're going to say hi to a bunch of cast members of various Cartoon Network shows, including Regular Show and Billy and Mandy. Let's see what else we got there. And of course, next year, Pasadena Convention Center on August 28th to the 30th for Power MorphCon 2026. We are excited to be there. We are excited to see you guys. If you want to say hi to me in person, be sure to do so at those 2 events. And if you want to, if you're a little impatient and you want to check out my personal content, you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto. And with that said, we hope you stay safe, stay hydrated, up the emergency kits, hug your loved ones, and we'll see you again next time. Have a good one. Bye. We love you.